Hi everybody, this is Kelsey signing in. Today is Tuesday, September 16th, 2014. And the purpose of my shooting this video today is I want to call attention to a journal entry that I put on the website, healthunitedgroup.com. That's the website. And it was in, the date of that journal was 5/25/2014, I believe. 5/25/2014. Very close. I'm pretty sure that's it. But anyway, I proposed an endeavor entitled the U.S. Contributory Workers Fund. And what I laid out in that journal entry for that date was a proposed endeavor that would ask the American public to make voluntary, and I reemphasize the word voluntary, insignificant small donations to a general fund that would be used to subsidize the hourly wage of workers who are currently making minimum wage, and also workers who are not at what appears to be the proposed objective of earning $15 an hour when you work, okay, to make it quite simple. And so you have protests that's been going on out where people are getting arrested and so forth, and which is something that I don't think we really want to see, because then when a person gets an arrest on their record, it may be more difficult to land the job and then to actually reap the benefit of being able to, either through legislation or a combination of legislation and endeavors such as this one or maybe some others, to achieve that goal of earning $15 an hour, okay? And believe me, we still want those who are doing the legislation, going through the legislation process to help workers achieve a decent, livable hourly wage for their work. Okay, so we still need that. This is just something I'm coming up with now that may help, support and enhance the possibility of having that hourly, that objective of achieving that hourly wage met and reached. Okay, so what I laid out in that day's journal would be for when the American public would make consumer purchases. Okay, if the purchase is $1, you would basically donate 2 cents. Okay, if it's $2 to $3 purchase, consumer purchase, it would be a nickel, and if it's $5 and above on the consumer purchase, you would donate a dime. And believe me, those dimes and pennies and nickels would add up to a lot of money over a period of time. And so we would use that fund. So if a worker's making $10 an hour, for example, upon proof, they would be able to come into sites yet to be determined, show the person, proof to the person, show them a check stub or some other type of document that would let them indicate what their currently hourly wage is, and then the general fund, the U.S. Workers Contributory Fund, would subsidize that worker's hourly rate and cut them a check or provide some other means that would allow them to realize a $15 an hour raise. So in that case, that would be a $5 an hour subsidy. Just say for Monday, if the person worked 5 hours, then they would get an additional $25 for Monday if it's the same. If the person worked 5 hours, the same amount of hours per day, 5 days a week, then that would be 25 times 5. And then that person will have realized a $15 an hour hourly rate for that week's work. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how it would work. And would it work? Well, my short canvassing of the American public showed that overwhelmingly the American public would support such an endeavor. Why? Because I talked to some people who it would affect personally. I talked to fast food and retail workers. talk to other persons who don't make $15 an hour, but who don't work retail, who don't work fast food, but they work in other segments of the American workforce. And so it would affect some of the American public personally. It would affect your neighbors, your friends, your family, your acquaintances, and co-workers, those persons who you work alongside. So this is just a proposal that's being put out there to give people another option as to how we can help subsidize the hourly wage of workers who are out there doing jobs, who are serving us our food, who are keeping the floors clean when we walk into establishments, when we go in to buy clothes in retail establishments and so forth, who fit us, who help us choose suits and clothing and help fit us with pairs of shoes and so forth, people that help keep the facilities clean. A lot of jobs that other people may not necessarily want to do, they do. And a lot of them do it with pride and with dignity. Personally, I can relate to it because I've had to work down in the trenches like that. I know what it's like to have to commute way out, not make much money. The commute was almost as many hours, almost as long as the actual hours I worked some days. Getting caught in inclement weather, taking all day and all night to get back home just to make $5 or $6 at minimum wage. So we're better than that. We can do that. It's not, the concept is not asking a few people for a lot of money. It's asking a lot of the American public for small, insignificant amounts of money that you probably wouldn't even miss anyway. And then, too, we're talking about serious stuff when you're talking about people protesting in pursuit of an adequate living wage and who are getting arrested and then having that blemish put on their record and making it possibly difficult for them to land jobs and to achieve the pursuit that they were in, the objective that they were in pursuit of in the first place, which was $15. Now they're having these arrest records that may somehow hamper them from getting jobs that they could realize the $15. So, we don't want to work against ourselves right here. We can do better than that. The Bureau of Labor Statistics indicated in my brief research on the website, and I think that's on the website, I put that information on there too for that date. If you click on to the U.S. Contributory Work Fund at healthunitedgroup.com, it's only a small segment of society, the American workforce, I should say, that are making minimum wage, and then there's probably another percentage of Americans who are not in the workforce who are probably not making at least $15 an hour. So this is something that's doable. It's something that's doable because we're not talking about 3/4 of the American workforce here. I think the figure was something like less than 5% of the American workforce who are making, that was in 2010 now, that were making minimum wage. And then in addition to that, I'm just saying that there are probably other workers who make more than minimum wage but less than $15 an hour. Okay? So this is something that we can work on together, and it also embodies a unifying concept for the nation. People are going to see the benefits of other people making more money. Their work is going to probably be better. They're going to be more diligent. You're going to come in and meet people who are more friendly in the workplace and so forth because they're making a wage now that they feel that somehow is helping them meet today's realities as far as paying bills. Some of these people got kids and mouths to feed, and you know what it takes to exist, gas, light, and so forth. Okay? So I've worked alongside people working the minimum wage. I've made the minimum wage before, and I know how it is to work and to do your work good, and yet feel that you would really feel better if you could be compensated more, and then the long rides home, and then you can see the despair and the disillusionment, and yet you look up and they're right back there again the next day. So let's see what we can do about this, and I'm going to try to add some text on this along with this video today when I enter it on the website. Health, like you're in good health, not sick, healthunitedgroup.com. devoted a section for this endeavor. Okay, thank you. God bless. Have a nice day.